Bitcoin hit a brand new all-time high yesterday. We've been knocking it out of the park in the Stalagmite channel memberships. We're looking at some other moves today. Let's track some things we've been talking about, as well as the Bitcoin miners this morning. Anyways, before we get going, check out the channel memberships. We've got 3 different levels there: Soda Straw, Stalactite, and Stalagmite. Soda Straw gets you the badges and the emojis for use on the page. Stalactite gets you all that plus member shoutouts. I am considering adding the plays I'm looking at, but not necessarily giving the up-to-the-minute updates on when I'm doing those trades. I'm going to reserve those for Stalagmite, but I'm considering doing that for Stalactite. If you think that's something I should add to Stalactite, go ahead. Let me know in the comments. Comment it down there. Play setups. Just comment setups down on the video here. And then in the Stalagmite members, they're getting the most with those real-time trade posts, and then we've been doing very well with those. In fact, let's go take a look at one of those. So we did an ARQQ put the other day, about 2 days ago, and we made almost $200 in 2 days, and that would be making 8 months worth of Stalagmite membership in less than 2 days. Tell me that's not value. I also alerted the Stalagmite members to get on some IBIT calls. Here's yesterday, and those are up 20% today, which again would cover a few months worth of Stalagmite membership there. So there is value going on in there. It's definitely making up for that $25 entry fee to the Stalagmite members. Now, we're not going to win every single time, but when we do, we're going to do it well here. Also, check out Capital Curiosities. They've got fantastic financial fraud stories. The next week actually isn't going to be about financial fraud. It's going to be more of an uplifting story about a small economy in Australia trying to get going from its origins there. It's going to be very interesting as well. Go ahead and check them out. If you find yourself watching Capital Curiosities after Trade Cave, comment TC down there for me and let them know where you came from. Anyways, let's go take a look at Bitcoin now. So Bitcoin it touched 118,000. I got a little worried about 116 because there's been talk that 116 right here where this line is, about 116 is an area where Bitcoin will not cross. And you know what? Guess what it did? It crossed it. So that's pretty exciting. This wedge here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to extend this wedge here, because if we get back underneath the top line of this wedge, I'm going to be a little bit nervous. Now, these are going to crisscross a little bit, so don't get too upset about that. Because I want to watch the bottom of that wedge as well, and I want to see if it forms some other formations there. So I'm going to keep that on the chart for now. Basically, right now, we need to see this thing continue to charge up. It's got to continue to charge up. We really need to see it cross 120. 120 is kind of a magic number there. We cross 120, we're going to see some significant pushes up here, and they're going to happen fast. They're going to happen strong, so don't miss out. Maybe step into that Stalagmite membership, and I'll be updating as I go up to the minute there. It's not all Bitcoin plays in there, by the way. It's a lot of other things going on in there. Anyways, like that ARQQ play, I'm looking at maybe Circle right now. Some semiconductors, lots of stuff going on in there. Anyways, so Bitcoin just really got to get above that 120 range. We are getting frothy here. We're getting very frothy here. So be very, very cautious right now. I'm being very cautious right now. And of course, nothing I say is financial advice and not a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset whatsoever. That also goes for the memberships. Of course, that is never financial advice. That is for informational purposes and entertainment purposes only. You do with that information what you will. So yeah, you can see that the miners, they're not up a big deal. Oh, also, I sold out of Bit Digital. That's another thing. I sold out all my Bit Digital yesterday. Stalagmite members got that alert right at the moment that it did. I sold them about 349, 350 is where I got out, because I said this structure was disgusting, and this structure is disgusting. All right, we're down 2.45% today, while Ethereum is up 1.24%. I don't think so. Also, as soon as I saw this candle come in, I alerted Stalagmite members, like, hey, I'm going to be looking to sell here pretty soon if this thing doesn't pop right back up. And then the next day we got a red candle, and I said, all right, tomorrow, if we do not get a green candle tomorrow, I'm selling. We did not get a green candle. I sold, and guess what? We got another red candle again today. And we see 3 days in a row of it moving down, and whereas Ethereum for the last 3 days has been taking off. All right. So that, one, if you're following Stalagmite. I mean, I was getting in at $2, right? You all know that. I was telegraphing that. I got in at $2. I got out a good portion of my bag around 380 and the rest of it at 350. And Stalagmite members were on that ride as well for that nearly 100% move. Anyways, Bitcoin, back to Bitcoin. Yeah, so we really need to see this thing get above 120, push higher. We're coming to the very end of the summer run. The summer run can end this week. It could end today. It could end next week. It could go for 3 more weeks. So we're watching this very carefully. We're looking for those signs that we might be coming to an end on this. I also got this chart here yesterday. A subscriber alerted me to this chart like 2 days ago, I think. Look at that thing. This thing's disgusting. It was up 100% yesterday. And this one, what do they do again? They are, what are they? Let's see, digital currency ecosystem and blockchain technologies manages online marketplace where consumers can purchase merchandise using digital currencies such as Bitcoin. So yeah, huge move. I'm looking at this, lots of inside bars here. Now, this does look a lot like back here. If we look on the left side of our screen here, this big structure here, it looks a lot like that. We had the lead in, we had this like little scoop lead in, and then a dip to a massive rip, and then we got a bunch of inside movement, and then it fell apart. So I am looking for something like that right now because MicroStrategy, this looks a lot like that MicroStrategy kind of move, right, where it comes up with you and then falls down. So if we can't get above 591 on this, I would be looking at it to return to 337 before making any new highs if it cannot close a candle above 591. So I'd be watching that as well. Also, MicroStrategy. Remember how I said that MicroStrategy wasn't going to make a new all-time high even if Bitcoin made a new all-time high and it kind of needed to hit like 150 for MicroStrategy to go back up to $500? Well, that seems to be playing out exactly as expected. It's not following this fractal perfectly. This one. It's not following it perfectly. But it's getting, like, look at it. It's not that different. It's just higher up. Like, if I were to take this fractal and scooch it and just scooch it up, straight up, like, look at that. It's like the exact same move. It's the exact same move. MicroStrategy is doing the exact same move. So unless Bitcoin does, like, a significantly higher high right now, like, significantly higher, I would not expect MicroStrategy to go back up to that 536 right now. I do expect it to possibly climb higher right now as Bitcoin does, but I don't expect it to hit that previous all-time high this cycle unless we really see some moves out of Bitcoin. We also see that the miners are not doing so hot today. CleanSpark is down 0.54%. The miners are up 4% though. IREN down today. I think IREN, hey, it hit my box. IREN hit my box and now it's making some top looking structure. Yeah, it's making a top. Right here, IREN looks like it's trying to top. If IREN can close above 1851, it's not the top. But if it can't, like if we get a closure beneath, let's look. If we get a closure beneath 1630 before 1856, that's going to be the top for IREN. So pay attention to that. BTBT's down. Mara's actually up today, though. I like that. Mara's up. We're right back. Oh, hey, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Hit my line to the penny. 1980. Here we go. Yeah, it's got to get above that 1980 for Mara to continue on. Now this is, we're looking like we're trying to get on angle 3 here. So we have angle 1 is this one down here. Angle 2 is right there. Angle 3 would be something like this. So as long as we don't break that angle 3, Mara could just like shoot straight up. RIOT is, RIOT. So, haha, look at this. RIOT hit the top of this descending channel and rejected. Technicals work, everyone. Technicals, they work. Trust the chart. Cypher down. Yeah, Cypher's looking like it's doing some top-like behavior as well. CORZ still down. Just down. People did not like that deal that CoreWeave gave them, even though CoreWeave offered them like twice as much money as their current market cap is. More than twice now, almost 3 times the current market cap right now. This might be an arbitrage moment potentially. If they do throw in that offer for $9 billion, that means this thing is, could go up 200% from current values. So that would be pretty interesting. I am looking right here. See this line right here? We're going to do an alert right here. This is a bounce alert. Bounce. Are we going to bounce there? Oh yeah. this thing is going to come at least up to 1390, maybe back up as high as 1676. So watch that. It's bounced off this line, what, twice? This will be the second time now. So if it breaks it, though, we're coming down to 1092 on CoreZ. We've also been seeing CoreWeave not do so hot the last few days. CoreWeave has been kind of coming down. I've been tracking that. I've made good money selling puts on this thing, on this guy. I am considering, and I haven't done it yet, and the Stalagmite members will be alerted if I do, of doing a put credit spread where it's a bullish, margin required move where you sell a put and buy a put lower down at the same time. Now, I like to do mine in a modified way where if I notice that there's significant downside coming, like right now, CoreWeave could easily drop all the way down to $97. If we lose 97, all the way down to 65, right? So what I'm thinking about, what I would do is come somewhere in between current prices of $130 and $100, pick a strike there for the sold put, and then go about $5 to $10 further down for the bought put. And then if price comes down significantly, I would then sell the bought put, collect that cash, and then let my cash secured put execute and purchase shares at that higher value. That's what I'm thinking about doing because I do want some of this CoreWeave. I do want it. And of course, you do need to have enough money to buy 100 shares to pull that off. You cannot do what I just described without having enough money to buy those shares. So like, let's say I did a $100 strike cash secured put, I would need $10,000 to do that trade as I just described it. Otherwise, it will not work. You also need margin to even open it. So something to pay attention to, something to be aware of. And that's that's some of those more advanced strategies that I would talk more in more depth with the Stalagmite members. Let's see, BBAI. Let's see, BBAI coming down. I'd be looking at this one to fill this gap down here about 594, and then I'd be interested. So let's go ahead and draw a line right here, and we'll just do a message gap filled. Gap filled. Let's see. Let's take a look at Pepsi. How's Pepsi doing this morning? Pepsi kind of just hanging out here. If we can crest 137 on Pepsi, it's probably going to hit 144, so I'm watching that pretty close. I've talked to the channel about Target before. I have alerted the Stalagmite members that I have entered a target position. I'm looking at this move right here. Stop loss about 101. Take profit somewhere about 117, which is going to coincide with a very high volume candle over here on the left. Right there at just the top of the body. That tends to be where these things fizzle out. What else am I onto right now? Not a whole lot. Not too much going on. RCAT and UMAC are getting a lot of attention today because the Department of Defense is talking about really ramping up our drone stuff right now. And UMAC, they sell, I believe they do a marketplace selling parts for drones. No, they make drones. Okay, it was GoGo that does the storefront for drone parts. UMAC does drones for like public safety. Got it. RCAT also does drones for the military as well, which is why they went up 17%. Unusual machines, 27%. Same sort of thing. They do public safety drones, and by that I mean like surveillance drones. Kratos up 12%, also getting tapped for being part of our Golden Dome initiatives coming out. I have been tracking this one, and man, yeah, I was looking at it thinking, yeah, if it goes above 46, I'll be interested. But then today it's up 12%, so now I gotta wait for it to, do something. I gotta wait for it. So I'm just kind of waiting there. Let's see, what else do we got here? Airlines went up big time yesterday. Big time yesterday off of Delta coming in with good earnings, which got a sympathy play for American Airlines, United Airlines, all those other airlines. They all got that sympathy play. But we can see we're printing an inside candle here on American Airlines, and it came down 4.25%. I don't really think it's going to go much lower than $12, maybe $11. So Stalagmite members, keep an eye out for the alert that I may be putting on another trade for American Airlines here coming pretty soon. Maybe even today if I get what I want. Now I will wait because we saw this exact same thing play out right here on May 13th, where we got that inside candle, and then it just bled out pretty significantly from that $12 level all the way down to 10. So I don't want to get caught up in that, but I will be looking at this carefully to see if we get that drop. Maybe if we drop and fill this gap, I'd be interested. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a line on this right here, and I'm going to put an alert here. This is how I do everything these days, just alerts, and I wait. Gap, fill. Here we go. All right. What else is going on in the world today here? Yeah, we got Ethereum up, Solana up, DOGECOIN finally breaking out. My DOGECOIN's doing very well here. This one, I don't really have any alerts going on with crypto stuff too much in Stalagmite. We got onto DEJECOIN, and if you were in Stalagmite and you got in on that, even I put what $400 into it, and it turned into almost $2,000 overnight. I mean, so even if you put in $100 in there, you were making 500%. You would have made $500, which, I mean, you know, that's 4 months worth of Stalagmite for every $100 there. So, you know, you do the math, 20. That's almost 2 years worth of Stalagmite membership there just overnight if you'd gotten in on that. Why is my dog barking? Anyways, Doge. Yeah, Doge coming up to that 20. We're hitting resistance right here. This might fizzle. This might fizzle and fall back down. Yeah, I've been holding this Doge since I even started the membership, so I don't really have any alerts about it. Because like I've been in it for a while. I've been in it since before this little pump up here to 25. Anyways, yeah, we're looking. Yeah, if it starts to fizzle here, I'd be coming back down to 18. Maybe 25 if it continues to charge. If we can get above 25, then we're open to about 35 on Doge here. I'd like to see it hit that 35. That'd be really nice. I'd like to see it complete this double bottom right here. This double bottom right here. I'd like to see it complete that and go back up to about 38 cents. That'd be really well for me. Really good for me because my position is around 17 cents. So that'd be a pretty sick move for me. Anyways. Yeah, that's all I got for you today. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description, as well as the channel bio. Check out the channel memberships. That's been working out for those Stalagmite members pretty well this week. Check out Capital Curiosities if you want to watch something entertaining after the news here and the updates on the stocks. Lots of very interesting videos there. Comment TC if you find yourself watching one of their videos after this, and have a profitable day.